So, is the narcissist mentally ill or is he evil? Well, that's a question that, M. Scott Peck wrote a book called People of the Lie. And in his book, he did call some of them evil. He was a psychiatrist. It's a very interesting book if you haven't read it. And Jordan Peterson, if you're not familiar with him, he says that we all have the potential for evil. So I'm sure everyone has had an evil thought at some point in our lives, but having an evil thought and doing an evil action are two different things. So whether any particular narcissist is evil or not, that's a hard question to answer. Some of them may just be acting out of their impulses or their habits, their dysfunctional habits that they learned to cope with no rational thoughts as to what they are doing. But on the other hand, there are others, if they are choosing actions that they know are harmful to others, they know are illegal, then there could be an argument made that yes, those people are evil. And certain ones, I think there could be no argument that they are evil, such as a Chris Watts, a Scott Peterson. Those people are truly evil, and I don't think there's much room for argument with those. Of course, they are probably beyond just a narcissist. They're sociopaths or psychopaths. In my own case, in a couple of my videos, I was even alluding to things with my ex-husband narcissist, trying to love him, trying to see the good in him. And I also alluded to things that certain people did in a couple of videos. But lately I have questioned whether his actions have crossed the line to evil behavior. I don't know. Personally, I find the behavior questionable. It's certainly illegal and immoral and takes advantage of people, and he would know that it's wrong. So before, I was not wanting to bring it up, and one thing I just found out about yesterday. The other item I already knew about, which I only alluded to in a video, which was that certain individuals with narcissist personality disorder might pretend they had cancer for attention, which was something that my ex-husband did. I thought that he was just doing this for attention, but I found out that he took it one step further, and that he actually created a GoFundMe financially benefited from this. So people were duped into sending money, and that he got a pastor in San Salvador to post this on his Facebook page. It is no longer there, so it has been taken down and all the funds came out of it already. So I do not know how much money he got out of the account, and he said it was for an operation, which there was no operation, there was no cancer, and he did this fake cancer 2 years in a row. He tried to tell me he had pancreatic cancer in 2017, and then he faked pancreatic cancer again in 2018. And I was wondering how he was getting the money, because I knew he didn't really have money to go on this trip to the Ukraine. So I was wondering where this money came from. So obviously it came from this GoFundMe account. But anyway, so whether that is evil or not, I don't know. I guess it's not my place to judge whether that is evil, but it is certainly illegal, immoral, and unethical, and takes advantage of people, trusting people, probably poor people if they're in San Salvador, so that he could go try to meet a young woman. So anyway, you know, and there's much, much worse things than that people do. But I don't know whether is that just part of the illness? Is that not something they control? Do you say that that's all okay, and no, they're just mentally ill, so you are not allowed to call them that? And if I were to call him that name, then I am a bad person for saying that? The whole thing, when you are involved with a person like that, the whole world gets turned upside down on its head, and good becomes bad, and bad becomes good, and you become confused because right becomes wrong, and wrong becomes right. So anyway, thank you for stopping by, and